What's up, guys? So I'm back in the shop today, and guys, guess what? I've got a video. You see it here? Story time. That's the title of today's video. I think you're gonna like it. I've got a crazy one to tell you. So with that, let's get into this video. Recently, my wife, my kid, and I decided to go to a local lake that I always go to. I actually enjoy going to this lake. There's a lot of good fish there, and we've never had any encounters or problems at this lake of any kind up until this day. Let me preface this by saying this is one of the weirdest encounters I have ever had in my life. I mean, guys, when I say weird, it is just strange. I literally was there for a few minutes, unloading my gear, filming, doing my thing. That sweet jitterbug that I painted, you guys saw me paint. It's like 30-mile-an-hour winds, but I've got to give it a shot because I'm in this stump field, and I think, you know what? Even if one fish sees it, it's gonna come up and eat it. So I had to try it out. That way I'd have a sweet video for you guys. Unfortunately, I get the jitterbug out. I throw it out the first time. It's rough wind, so it's blowing it into the trees, and I'm just kind of having a problem with it. So I go and cast it out again. About this time, I see this gentleman. I'm gonna go ahead and blur out his face. You guys will hear him talk. I did not ask him for permission for this video, all because it was such a strange encounter. I just wanted to get out of there, to be honest.
Yeah.
Underneath the bridge.
They caught one up there.
They noodled it down under a block. They noodled
Golly.
another one out right there on Macomb Road.
Yeah. 98 pounds?
Catfishers that wide and about that big around.
Golly, that's a big old
A
catfish.
little over your car.
Man.
Took about
Fucking limb.
watch her get it.
Yeah, I may do that. Yeah. How deep you think it is out there? Yeah, I'm just gonna pull it because that's getting deeper than I thought it was. That's all right. I'll come back.
I don't boy, it's about knee deep of water over there by the spit over there by the woodlot.
Now there's nobody else around us. We are in campground spots where there are no campers, there are nothing. I mean, we're out there by ourselves in this isolated little area. This guy comes out of nowhere, and I see him with a bag and like a little stick. And I'm like, okay, he's picking up trash. He's collecting trash off the bank. That's awesome. Kudos to him. I've just thrown the jitterbug out for the third time. I throw it out there. He says something to me, and I can't hear him because he's still a ways away and there's wind. So I turn to him. At this point, this guy's like, so you know, there's some big catfish in here, man. There's some awesome catfish in here. If you want to catch catfish, you're going to need a bigger pole than that. I'm throwing a jitterbug, guys. So he says this to me, right? And I'm thinking, okay, well, I'm not out here catching catfish. I'm actually going for bass, but thank you. He comes over to me. Now this is where things get a little strange. I don't know about you guys, but I have a problem with people getting in my personal bubble. It's just a thing I have. I can't deal with it. And it's even weirder when people put hands on me that I don't know. I get kind of a little flipped out, I'm not gonna lie. It messes with me a little bit. This is where things got weird. My jitterbug's still out in the water. And so I'm like, oh yeah, I gotta reel that in. So I go to reel it in, I reel it right into a bush. It's hung up now. I'm fighting it. Guy comes up to me, puts his hand on my shoulder. Hey man, you know you're gonna have to wade out in that water and go get that lure. Literally, guys, this close to my face. I'm like, what's going on? The weird thing, I don't mind it. I don't know what's going on, but for some reason, I'm not really minding it. My wife is over here. She's like, oh no, we're fixing to have problems. We're fixing to have problems. She's freaking out. she's like 10 or 15 feet away. She's going nuts. Dude's right here. Hey man, you need to take off your shoes and wade out there and get that lure. I'm not making fun of him by any means, but it was a very strange interaction. So, to make this more entertaining for you guys, I'm gonna do this character. After he says I need to wade in the water, I'm like, yeah man, you know, I was like, it's probably not that deep, but usually I can get them by just bow popping. And for some reason, this guy just became the smartest guy on earth, and I'm listening to him. And guys, it's the weirdest thing. I don't know what's going on. So he tells me, I'd wade out there if I were you. I'd go ahead, I'd wade out there. So of course, what do? I wade out there. Here man, I'll hang on to your pole while you wade out there. I'm gonna hang on to your pole. No man, it's okay. I'll take my pole with me. No man, I'm gonna hang on to your pole. I'm gonna hang on to your pole. No, I'm taking my pole with me. So I take my pole with me out there, of course. I said, how deep do you think that is? Of course, that's a silly question because I can see I'm already to my knees, and he's like, oh, it's not any more than knee deep out there. At that point, I'm like, no. What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? Back up, like I snap it off and I come out and he's like, oh man, it's a shame you lost that lure. So then this is where the story starts going a little sideways. And unfortunately, I did not get this on film, guys. And I'll tell you why. I was really terrified for my wife and my kid. Honestly, so the way this guy's standing, he's got one hand on my shoulder. This hand over here is hiding behind him most of the time. And he's this close in my face. So that's a magician's trick. You see people doing that, they're sketchy. They're doing something behind that back. You need to watch that other hand because it's gonna come out from nowhere. It could be a gun, it could be a knife, it could be anything, guys. I mean, that's what's in my head. And maybe I'm crazy for thinking that way, but I've had some encounters. It's just weird, but for some reason, I'm oddly comfortable with him being this close to me. There's something in my head saying this isn't right. There's something wrong with this guy. Something's not right. So I put myself in between my wife and my child, and you know, I just don't want anything to happen. If something does happen, they can get out of there, go get help, whatever. You know, if it came down to that. He proceeds to tell me about his sister that embezzled money from him. I think it was his sister. I'm not gonna name names. And here's another weird thing. Every time he would say a name, it was like I'd heard the name before. Like I knew who these people were. It was so like eerie. Then he went into talking about some really messed up racist things that at that point I'm like, I'm done, you know, I'm done. But for whatever reason, guys, I can't pull away from this guy. Here's where things get really strange. So the guy's ready to leave. Thank goodness. Thank you. Because I've been praying the whole time that this guy is gonna leave. I just really want him to go. You know, I'm done with it at this point. I'm gonna get out of here, okay? All right, man, just don't get in my face anymore. Please. I turn around to walk away from him. He turns around to walk away from me. Now he gets about 10 feet out and he turns back. Hey man, I turn back immediately because I'm expecting something really bad to happen. Hey man, you know any blacks? He literally says this to me. At this point, I don't think I heard him right. What? What are you saying? He's like, well, let me explain to you what I mean. There's this guy that I know. He's yay tall. Okay. I was just wondering if you might know him. And he tells me his name. Now, strangely enough, this guy's name sounds familiar. I have no idea who this guy is, who anybody is. Yeah, man, last time I saw him was in prison. His prison number is 66 blah, 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 blah. Dude, I don't know anybody in prison. I don't know, man. Last time I saw him, he was still in there. And turns around and leaves. Now, guys, I'm going to tell you, I either think I met a demon or a serial killer. I'm just going to be honest with you. if you knew me personally, you would know that touching me, if you don't know me at all, is not okay. I kind of flip out. I have issues with it. And I definitely don't let anybody this close in my bubble. So two weird things. For whatever reason, I was comfortable with that guy that day. That's why I don't know for sure. I really feel like he was something like that. Like he was a demon or a serial killer or something. It's so odd for me to be like passive at something like that. It wasn't cool at all. And I gotta say, guys, it was just crazy. I thought I'd tell you guys this story because it was so outlandish and crazy. And I'm sorry if I offended anybody. I definitely don't have those views, and I'm not okay with that. That was not cool. And like I said, for some weird reason, I wasn't able to get away from that guy that day. And I don't know quite what it was. It was strange. Even my wife, she was flipping out because she thought I was fixing to hurt the guy. I couldn't get away from him, and she even said it. She said, that's weird, and we immediately packed up my stuff and we left that lake. But that's my story time for today, guys. That is the craziest story I have. It's the most recent, and I hope I never run into that again. I'd rather just run into some fish. Guys, it's been tough lately. It's been crazy tough. That being said, that's gonna do it for today's story time. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you guys have crazy stories, you know what? Tell me down below. Maybe we can do that, where we share a clip of the craziest story you've ever had while out fishing. I will pick somebody out of the comments below. You'll send me a clip of a video. I'll put it up in the next story time. And guys, we'll do that. But with that being said, guys, that's going to do it for today's video. So if you're new to this channel, please hit that subscribe button as well as that bell notification. That way I'll be notified anytime I post a new video. And guys, if you like this stuff, if you like what I'm putting out there, I promise I won't talk in the camera like this anymore. But if you like this stuff, give me a big thumbs up. Let me know that I'm on the right track. Hopefully you like this story time. I don't know if you do or not, but yeah, it got a little strange. Anyhow, with that being said, I'm gonna get out of here, but you guys are awesome. You're amazing. Thank you so much for following us. I really appreciate it. I can't say thank you enough. So with that, guys, that's gonna do it for today. So until the next adventure.